that file into Power BI environment. Means we are import the data from different sources. There are available 100 sources where we can extract the data into the Power BI environment. Then after importing the data, we use that data into to extract a particular information, whatever we need and require. So Power BI is the very cheapest and best tools in for the commercial purpose. It is the cheapest. So nowadays, demand of the Power BI is growing up as compared to the any Power BI tools. And now, Power basically the for the user we are using the Power BI desktop to for the import the data, extract the data, and for the transform the data, and then after we analyze. Means that basically we are study on Power BI desktop versions, which is available in market right now. And for that, so what we will do, will see now the what is the topic we will discuss in incoming days, and then after we will also the little bit brief about the Power BI different segment. Segment means different things, what their functions and role and responsibility, right? So basically, syllabus is the Power BI. The Power BI, there are the so many charts available here. There's column chart, stack chart. This is the chart. So these charts, what we do using this chart, we are just create the different types of report dashboard. Dashboard means there are so many types of the collection of the different reports is known as the dashboard. Means in the one dashboard, what we are doing, we have the created so many different charts and charts, pie charts, bar chart, table, etc. etc. We use for the in one particular dashboard. So we will see in coming days. So for the one chart, single chart, how to do how many types of single chart we can create in Power BI. This is the basically column chart, stack column chart, pie chart, donut chart, funnel chart, ribbon chart, include and exclude. Include and exclude. Suppose that we have created the chart, right? So after the creating the chart, we want to extract the that particular data in the Excel file and some other file, Excel file. Suppose we want to the want to extract or suppose we want to the import other environment, just a view data and export. View data, suppose we see that in particular visualization after summarize, and that data we want to the export, then we can export that data and include and exclude. Suppose that we created the bar chart, and bar chart, suppose that we do not want to see the any particular bar, then we can exclude that bar. Suppose we want to the whatever we want to the only include, then we can use the include. Means the include and exclude is used to suppose to include the any particular chart or particular charts segment, or exclude that particular chart segment. So include and exclude, and then after data view, the view data and export, we can also export that particular data into Excel format. And then after we will study map chart, field map chart, map with the pie chart. And this is basically map chart is what is the basically function. There are the two types of the map. The one is the map, simple map, and the second is the map is the field map, right? Field map basically just like the area chart. Area chart is the area chart. Area means the how much the area is filled by the different segment of the segment. So the field map, and we can also use the pie chart in the map. Then after we will also study the formatting of the chart, how to we format the different chart map into our need and requirement format. We can also the formatting in the maps, and then after the background, we want to also change the background of the map. Then we can also do the change. We can also create the simple table in the Power BI, simple table. We can also the modify using the formatting. Formatting nothing, but it is the part of the cosmetic. Suppose we want to add any cosmetic in any particular tables, then we can add there, so it will look like the better and more visible. Then after we will use the change aggregation in the tables, create a simple matrix. As we can, simple matrix mean the when we are using the two-dimensional vertical and horizontal, two-dimensional, just like the matrix. then we will use the matrix thing. We can also do the formatting in the matrix. And also we are there is most important thing in matrix basically hierarchy in matrix. Hierarchy in matrix means suppose there is some particular field we added in the matrix, right? So after adding the matrix, again we another field are inserted and that particular field. Then will be start the concept of the hierarchy. Means suppose one any organization there is hierarchy or reporting hierarchy, right? So how the people, how the employee will reports in different levels. Means the hierarchy. One suppose the someone reporting to the team leader reporting to manager, manager reporting to the senior manager, senior manager reporting to vice president, and the vice president reporting to the president, right? So this is the hierarchy, the pattern of the hierarchy. So we will also study that pattern. And then after there is concept of the subtotal and the total in the matrix, right? So subtotal is basically there is the means the for a particular segment, what is the amount of the suppose there is the one field in there is content the three types of, suppose that there is the three types of sales: technical sale, any furniture sale, any I mean different equipment has been sale under the sale category, different stored category sum. Means basically the sum total is the sum of the particular categories, right? And then after the final sum is the total in the matrix. And then we will also study these things. And then after we will number formatting matrix and tables. Then after we will study about the line chart. What is the line chart? We say line chart. Drill down in the line chart. What is the drill down? Drill down in line chart. How can we see the in different level of hierarchy charts in different levels? Suppose that there is the date is then after the date after the month after the quarter after the years. So we can see the different levels of the charts in the drill down in the line chart. Then after we will see the area chart, then area chart. Then after we will see area chart, basically area chart. Then after we will see the line versus column chart. What is the line chart versus column chart? What is the difference between the line chart? How can we create the one times the content the both line and column charts? Then after we will study the scatter chart, scatter. Then after waterfall chart. Then after we will study the tree map. Then after we will study the gauge chart. Then after number card, text card, date card. Then after date card, date the relative date filtering, multi-row card, multi filter on a visual, filter on a page, filter in all page, filter on page. Means this there are three types of the filter in the Power BI. Filter on the visuals means the chart in which we are working, filter on the visual, and then after filter on the page, and then after finally the filter in all page. Means the filter on the visuals means the on the chart, particular chart in which chart we are working. And second is the filter on the page, means the on then particular page in which the we are working on the page. And then after filter on the all page means the all the pages has been created. Suppose there is we have the created the 2 and 3 page 1, page 2, page 3, page 4. So there is created, so all the page has the same filter has been applied. So we will when we will study, then it will be better to understand for us. So then after we will see the drill through text slicer, format text slicer, slicer. Then format text slicer is also the some we can use the aggregate value to see the aggregate value in text slicer. Format text slicer, date slicer, format date slicer on for the number, insert object. How can we insert in object is basically how we can insert the particular object. How we insert the particular object means here that is small text. In small text we can add in the chart to create in dashboard. We can insert the text, and then after we can text. Suppose the header for the writing the topic header, right? Topic header, to write the topic header, we can insert the object, different object. just like the insert the object, and then after we can write there the what topic we are doing, just like to analyze the sales of last 3 months, the last sales, that things we can write on the objects. And then after we will study the index, bookmark action, bookmark. Suppose we want to the bookmarks is basically role that suppose we want to the see the particular charts, or if we click on the bookmark, then it will be start to show any particular chart, and again we click on the bookmark, then it will hide. Means suppose we if we want to the show any particular chart, then it will only allow that to show the particular chart. Means it will restrict the to show the our chart. So then we will also study drill through action. Then after we will in text function, power query. Then we will also study the power query. Power query is nothing but very important to in the Power BI. Power BI basically in the text function, Power BI query, the role is very important. Power query is just nothing but it is the ETL tool. ETL tool means the extract, transfer, and load. There is three terms in the Power Query. One is the extract. Extract means suppose there is different environment. Excel environment, CSV files, CSV file, SQL server, and there are available at the 100 source in the Power BI where we can extract the data. So after extracting the data, what we can do, we can start the modification and change as per our requirement. Then we can also the modify on the extract transform the data, and then after we load on the Power BI environment. That is the concept of the ETL concept in the Power Query. And then after we will study the in Power Query merge, split, trims, upper, lower, proper, add, suffix, and prefix. And we will study the add, suffix, prefix, suffix and prefix, left, right, and mid function. Left function we will study how can we extract the particular text from the one string in the left hand side of the text. Right means there is only there is a text, then is text strings. String, then how can we extract the data from the right hand side of the string? And mid function is how can extract the data, extract the particular text from the string in the which is contained in the mid. Then we can use the left, right, and mid function. Extract text with the delimiter. We can extract text with delimiter. And then after we will study in the Power Query is the year, quarter, month, and day. Year, quarter, what is the year, what is the suppose date is available, then how can we extract the date, years, quarter, month, and date, and difference between the date and earliest date and latest date. That will be also a study in the under the Power Query. And name of the date, name of the month, day of the week, month, year, and week of the month, year. So this is also the function available in the Power Query. So we will also study that. And then after the exact date from the date and time, calculate the age into button click. Means how to calculate the age using the Power Query. We will also study that thing. And then after we will which day of year, quarter, month, your date of birth is. That will be also a study in under the Power Query. Appending files. Suppose there are so many files there, then how can we append? Then will be concept is also studying under the Power Query. Power Query. The appending the multiple CSV file, appending multiple Excel file, appending the Excel table. That things also we are studying in the Power Query. Merging the data, merging the files and the tables. That will be also the study in the appending. Then merging, what is the difference between the append and merging? That will be also a study in we will study. The column chart, column for example, splitting text example, column chart. What column chart? What is column? Conditional column. How to apply the conditional column? That will be also a study in the Power Query. Very important topics in the Power Query: fill down, fill up, grouping, transport, and pivot, That concept will be also studied under the Power Query. Then after we will study the M function. What is the M function in Power Query? Then after we will study DAX function. DAX function and different types of DAX we will study. For the DAX, let I will show you. Different types of DAX we will study. Yeah. Basically, this is the DAX function. This is all the function which is written here. This is the DAX function. We will can calculate the relate function. What is the relate function? What is the related? What is the quarter, month function, year function? This is the all the DAX function. This is the DAX function. All this one week, num weekday, today, now, dated if, and date add function. What is the date add function? And then start of the month, end of the upper, lower, left, right, mid, trim, concatenates, also substitute, if error, and if, and all things we will study in the dash function also. Dash function is nothing but it is the formula writing part. Formula writing part. When we create the advanced level of the dashboard, at that time the dash function is very useful. We will using the power. Hello. And using the dash function, we will use different types of the dashboard in a very flexible dashboard as per our need and requirement format. We can using the dash function, we can create the dashboard. So this is very useful in dashboard. So we will study the len, if, and some. Then after, can you see, this is the dash one calculate function. We will also study calculate function in a different format under the calculate. How can use the other function also, so average function or sum function, previous day, previous year, month. That's all the calculate function under next day, next month, previous month. That's all things we will study. And then after, can you see, this is the DAX function. DAX function is very useful for the formula writing. There's total MTD, total quarter till the total YTD calculate function, same period last year. What is the, suppose that what is the sale, we are calculating the sale of the 3 years. Then we can also the using the same period last year's sales. We want to the know, then we can also use the same period last year's sale, and that function we can also use in DAX function. Previous year month, previous month, previous quarter sale, previous year sale. Then we can also see these things. There are so many formula here has been written. Can you see, this is the divide function, calculate function, under the all except function, the relate function, approach, lookup on value, calculate function, switch function, calculate the keep filters, all remove filter, dates YTD. This is the function. This is the things. Can you see 9 page, total 9 page? This formula I have written for the teaching purpose. And so this is all a function. We will all select it each on up raptor after is no raptor. This is function also all selected. Calculate function, filter data unique function. All the things we will discuss. Parallel period, distinct count. What is the distinct count? All things we will study in this class. Power BI class. So this is thing. So this is basically the DAX function. So DAX function we will study. Then after we will also discuss what is the Power BI service, what is the use of the Power BI in what is the Power BI service. Power BI service is nothing but it is it is a tools, it is a part of the Power BI where we can share the our reports, our dashboard to the end user. End user means the suppose who we are reporting to. The suppose we created the dashboard, and who is person we want to the show that report, and so that we can share that things to the end user, to the for the visualization purpose, to share the to connect start the connecting to between the two user through the online, that is the known as the Power BI service. So this is the basically Power BI desktop. In Power BI desktop, there can you see this is the interface of the Power BI, and here's this is the Power BI environment where we can start to do. There is the three things here in Power BI. Can you see on left hand side? Reports, then after the data, and then after the model. So in reports, what we this is the use of the here. So basically, this is used to create the all kinds of the charts and reports, dashboard. We can create the in this environment. From this environment, we can create the all the reports on this environment. And this is the symbol. Can you see import data from the Excel, import data from SQL, paste data into blank table, try a sample database. Suppose that we click on this, can you see it is the use for the directly. If we want to the import data, then we use the here the import data from the Excel. Otherwise, there is also option available here, get data. Get data, here in get data, there is the Excel workbook, Power BI data sheet, data flows, data server, data words, SQL Server, analysis service, text CSV. This is the very frequently used the text CSV and Excel import. And then after also the SQL Server. This is the very frequently used, right? And rather than that, they depend upon the organization what tools they are using. For after clicking the more options, then what happen? Can you say it's allow the available all the option where we can input the data? Can you see here? All the list is given the here. This is the list where we can import the data. This is the list where we can import the data, and where we can use the data as for our requirement. And so, and then after the here is given the option import data from Microsoft Excel. We can use this option to the import data. This is the import data from Microsoft Excel, and this is the available for the Power BI data set. This is the import data from the SQL Server database. This is the for the new table. We can create a new tables for creating new tables, and these things of merge and connect with the recent source. This is the Power Query editor. For the Power Query editor, the new visuals. For the new visuals, we have the given as the new visuals. If anything we want to the new visuals, then it is for the text function. Anything text function we want to the more visuals, then it's for here from the app source. Then new measures. A measure is basically measure is very useful. We will study that things also in the text function. When we will start text function, then we will also study the measure function. What is the measure user? And then after, can you see here the publish? This is the when we created any dashboard we will create. And when we will create the any charts report, then after is the publish option will be start to show, and we can share the report that reports to the end user. End user basically the person where we want to the show our reports to the end user. And then after the here is the first panel reports where we can create all the data, all the charts, dashboards we can create. And second option is available data. Data is basically used for the here in data, there will show the table, which tables we have the imported, that table will start to show the here. And this is the part where the table will be stored. And then after in the hairs, all the table will be shown. Then after this is the model. Model is the basically to this is the concept of the relationship. This is concept of the relationship in model. We can stabilize the relationship between the different model. Suppose that there are two and three tables we have the imported, and so there is any particular field which is connected to the each other. Then after we will what we can do, we can connect the different tables using that the unique ID which is available in the both the tables. Using the unique, just like we can create the relationship, just like the primary key and foreign key. If you have the studies about the SQL server, the same concept will be apply here. We can use here to stabilize the connection between the two tables, more than two tables. That is the concept is basically here. And then after, can you see right hand side? Right hand side is here basically. And right hand side there is the pen. There is a pen. There is a pen here basically in the three types of the pen here. This is the filter option. This is the filter option where we can apply all the filter. There is three types of the filter here. The filter one is the filter on the chart. A filter on the chart. Then there is a filter on the page, this page where we want to the page, and basically on the page, and then filter on the all page. We suppose there are so many page here. And then we can also apply the filter on the page also. This all the page will be applied at the same time. If you add the filter here, means on particular field, particular page, you only apply the filter. And if we apply the filter on the visual, then we will be apply on a particular chart. That will be all the things will be clear. So when we will study in detail in each and every topic, one by one, then it will be more easily you will get. So then after there is the second pen. Second pen is visualization pen. Then visualization pen is basically the all the options available with the chart, which is all chart is the option available here. This is the options will be available where we can use this chart to create our dashboard. And this is the all the charts. There you also the here given the concept of the Python, and that we can also connect the Python with the Power BI, so we can connect, and then after we can use that information into the Power Query, Power BI. And then after here is the, can you see the three dot symbol is available, and that dot symbol is basically used to create to get the more visuals. When we click and get more visuals, then it will start the show in the one page. And in this page, can you see the more than there are so many charts available. We can use that chart in our reports. That is the this is the this blue tick is available. This blue tick this is the Microsoft certified certified basically charts. So we can use that charts. And this is the also rating the available here, the how much the rate is there, it has been given by the users who has been used this particular chart. And that's all things we can use in there in our reports. And then after here basically on the field option, in field option basically used to after the importing the data, when we import the data from the different source, just like we can import the data from the Excel, also the CSV file, text file, also in the Power SQL server, we stabilize the correction, then all the things will be start to show the here. All the field available in the particular table. Suppose there are so many 2 and 3 tables have input, then there will be start the show the table name. When we click on table name, then it will what happen, then it will start to show the field of that particular tables. And there will be all the tables. Suppose there are basically three types of the field available. One is text, second is the numeric, third is the date format. And that is the types of the available here. And the field and then after this is the visual pen, and this is of the filter pen. And that's and here is the basically insert module view and help columns available here. And that is also used when we start to see the different work on the start on the chart, then it will concept will be more clear about the what is the use. And then after your option is available to how to save the report, that is the option is available here. And then all the things available here. Yeah. Hello. There is any question? Hello. Hello. Are
No
you?
question.
Yeah. So this is the basically the topic, means the brief of the what is the Power BI basically, and for the next Saturday at the same time 4:30 we will start the from beginning from the scratch level one by one topics we will study. We will start to see each every chart. Then after we will study the power query. What is the power query? All the things we will study, and in coming session that we will discuss. And what is the that all the use of this whole how to use this one, and then how to here will be content the particular field in this field. All the things we will be see in the details and every details. And next class when Saturday will be, and this is the Power BI basically briefing of the Power BI. And how to the you will install the Power BI. Let's I will show you. When you will just type the Power BI, and this is the Microsoft Power BI. Product Power BI desktop. Can you see the Power BI desktop? And there is available power. You just go and click the download free. This is the when you will click, then you will get the after a very simple step to the installing one. After you click, then it will download in here on the bottom, and then after you can easily install it. The right click and click the install, then you will can install the Power BI desktop, and also very easily, and you can install by yourself. And if you will face any difficulty, then let me know. I will help you to install that. And this is the how the Power BI that things. And then after today, so today the class is basically the briefing of the all the things, the Power BI things. And for next Saturday we will start. Okay. Thank you. Then thank you very much for the joining our today's session. We will meet again on Saturday.
Is the Saturday will be 1 hour session or half hour?
Yeah, 1 hour session will be on Saturdays. The session will be 1 hours. On Saturday will be 1 hour. Saturday, and then Saturday and Sunday. Then class will be Saturday 1 hour, Sunday 1 hour. Right.
Okay.
Weekend classes basically. This is the weekend classes and Saturday Sunday.
And the timing will be same?
Timing will be 4:30.
Okay.
This is the 4:30 will be timing. Okay. Can we end the today's session and we will meet again on Saturday? Okay, then
Sure.
you will install the Power BI in your desktop and desktop or laptop, whatever available you. And then after we will discuss on next Saturday from the scratching, one by one topic, right? Thank you very much.
Okay.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.